and people wonder why I question this show. What's up, everybody? I'm Sanjay, and in my last He-Man video, I pointed out the fact that Kevin Smith has been running around the internet claiming to be a He-Man superfan despite the proof that he's not. No. So tell me something. Y'all remember this? Yep, there it is, in his own words. But it doesn't stop there. Check this out.
I have no love for He-Man. I have no love for He-Man either, but...
Kevin, why are you even working on this, man? Like you said in your old show, Comic Book Man, this isn't even something you had any love for in the first place. And you talk way too much, bruh. It gets worse.
Really?
You know, we were going through the show and going like, look, Orko, you know, it's not even 50-50. It's like 75-25. 75% of people just did not like the character and like, oh, he ruined the show for me and shit like that. So we were like, all right, let's change that. How do you make Orko the most beloved character? And so we introduced this kind of broken, sadder, wiser version of Orko who still has this youthful voice and childlike enthusiasm for adventure. And like, he's got this moment where like, even if you hated Orko your whole life, when he has that moment where he's talking about like, please let me come along with you. I won't mess up this time. Like, he sounds like a 5-year-old who just wants to be involved in stuff. So we wanted to make the audience fall in love with Orko because we knew what we wanted to do with Orko at the end of episode 4. Have him be the hero. Have him make a very heroic sacrifice. Yeah. So it was kind of insidious where we were like, here's this character nobody likes. Let's make everybody love him and then watch them get angry when the character they've always hated is taken from them. They're like, but I like that guy now. Like,
so nobody liked Orko, huh? Who are you talking about? Okay, sure, Orko can be a bit annoying at times, and I've always wanted him to be a bit cooler than he was. But killing him? Are you fucking serious? Jesus, Kevin, what kind of a horrible person are you to want to kill a character that you yourself described as being like a 5-year-old who just wants to be involved? F*** you, Kevin. And why is Western entertainment so afraid of women these days? It kills me to think that you guys are mostly feminist, yet all the women in Western media are designed to look like men. Okay, look. This is OG Filmation Teela. She was skilled, very strong, very formidable, and the captain of the Royal Guard. But most of all, she looked like a woman. Now, I'm sure somebody's out there saying, but Teela's a warrior. She would have lots of muscles. And to you, I say, shut the fuck up. This is fantasy. None of this shit has to make any physical sense. As long as the story is well written, with no plot holes, I'm good. This is just like when people say bikini armor is unrealistic. And you know what? Yes, it is. But who cares? Anyway, let's take a look at 2000X Teela. Yep. Still skilled, strong, and very formidable. I'd argue Teela was probably the best hand-to-hand fighter in the damn show, being second only to He-Man. Well, maybe Man-at-Arms, because he did raise her and he taught her how to fight. Other than that, she could probably whoop anybody's ass in the whole series. Yep. Alright, next up we got Teela 2021. Well, we know from the trailers that she's a formidable fighter, but she looks nothing like herself. Her body is a rectangle, and she's boyish. When I see this, nothing about her says feminine. And why in all of Eternia did you give her that god-awful haircut? Nobody likes this. Anyway, Skeletor looks like Skeletor. He looks great. Evil-Lyn looks like she's from the Northern Water Tribe, and Orko's design was a lot better in the 2000X series. Not that it matters, since we all know what's gonna happen to him anyway. Thank you, Kevin. What an asshole. Next, we gotta talk about King Grayskull. He never showed up in the Filmation series, but we got a chance to see He-Man's ancestor in the 2000X series. He was fucking awesome. As far as I'm concerned, Mike Young's Grayskull is the real Grayskull. This dude is a fucking imposter. As for Lieutenant Andra, she was a character from the comics, and I know nothing about her. Most of my knowledge is from the Filmation show and the 2000X series, so this change doesn't really hit me as hard as it hits people who are more familiar with her. However, I do understand their issue with her being race-swapped. And speaking of race-swapped characters, a fellow He-Man fan by the name of Tim expressed exactly how he feels to one of the show's producers. Brother Tim states the following. I prefer making new unique black characters than race-swapping originally white characters. Instead of wearing your own shirt, you're getting a hand-me-down shirt from someone else. And to be honest, Tim is right, and I think the majority of us feel that way. Ted Biaselli, a producer of the show, responded with this. Tim, I hear you, and that will indeed be a part of our story too. But a big hurdle when you're introducing a new character to a line of so many well-established characters is that they are bound to be outsiders, and harder to accept as canon, at least for a while. Nobody gives a shit about Sir Laser-Lot. We asked ourselves early on about the need for two giant white blonde dudes in the pantheon of Masters of the Universe. And honestly, it makes both characters less special in their iconography. I wish I could take the credit for being the one with the idea to make Grayskull black, because now, in the history of all the champions of Grayskull, a black man has a role of prominence, as opposed to just being the guy with the clamp who's King Randor's bodyguard. Yeah, way to listen to your black audience who's telling you exactly what we don't want, Ted. And I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea who Sir Laser-Lot was until I read your dumbass tweet.
Really?
A huge black guy with a long ponytail and a beard. That sounds a lot like me. Well, not the huge part, but everything else. Sir Laser-Lot is a time traveler from the same time period as King Grayskull. The man has a lightsaber shaped like a claymore and an energy shield. How do you not want to put this character in the show? I'm telling you right now, this could have been awesome, and something that your black audience would have actually wanted to see. So congratulations, Ted. You done fucked up. Another thing that bothers me about this show is that Mark Hamill is playing the voice of Skeletor. Now don't get me wrong, Mark Hamill is an amazing voice actor, and his version of the Joker is the absolute definitive version of the Joker. No one will argue that. But Skeletor has a very distinct sound to his voice. The 2000X series got it pretty good, and it was a much more serious version of it, but it was pretty good. It sounded like Skeletor. When I hear Mark Hamill, all I hear is the Joker. And that's not what I want in Skeletor. Now, I know we haven't seen it yet, and maybe he'll pull it off, but if that trailer is any indication of how he'll sound throughout the entire series, I don't know if that's something I'll be cool with. Anyway, since the embargo has been lifted, the reviews seem to be a bit of a mixed bag. One person said, if you're a fan of the old show, you're probably not gonna like this. And if you're a newcomer, you probably won't know what to make of it. That does not sound good, bruh. The only thing I know for a fact is that it won't hold a candle to the 2000X series, or the original for that matter. So in closing, to all of the people coming to the defense of Teela and all the other females being muscular, I need you to understand that there's nothing wrong with a woman having a muscular physique. However, the women in Masters of the Universe just weren't designed that way. The men seemed to represent peak masculinity, while all of the women represented peak femininity. And no matter how you slice it, there is a difference between being fit and being mannish. Bingo! This is a fit feminine woman. This is a masculine woman. And it's not Teela. It never was, and she wasn't designed that way. When you call yourself bringing back something that's nostalgic to an entire generation of people, those people won't complain if you modernize it without going too far away from its original design. Teela, like all the other women in Masters of the Universe, were designed to be fit, but curvy, and in peak feminine form. How the hell do you think people are gonna react when you change everything nostalgic about the characters we love? You changed everything from the ground up when it comes to Teela and Evil-Lyn. So much so, it's to the point that they're only the characters in name alone. Listen, I have no real beef with Kevin Smith, and I wish no ill will upon the man. but he is a liar, and he owes Clownfish TV the biggest apology. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But anyway, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. And if you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. We got one more day, y'all. And like I said in my last video, we gon' see. We gon' see.